In this video, I'm going to show you a way how you can actually use Claude AI for free without any limits. Now, I know this sounds insane, but I've actually experimented a lot with Claude AI and I've found a way where you can use it for free without limits, so you don't need any of the subscriptions. Now, as you can see, the normal subscriptions are free, Pro and Max, and you can basically just keep Pro and Max out of the way if you want to just use the chat. Now, on free, it doesn't officially say that you have a limit, but you've probably experienced it before when it just stops and you can't use it anymore for a couple of hours. Now, there's actually a way where you cannot hit these limits. So let me show you how you can do this. So first of all, we want to go to Claude, and here's already first tip. I'm using the desktop version and I've found that the desktop version works way better of not hitting limits than using Claude in your web browser. Now, I don't know if this is because of some special cookie tracking or whatever, but on the desktop version, I've had less problems. So definitely go to your Claude and then click this button right here to actually download Claude for your desktop. Now you can download it for both Mac, Windows and whatever, and also just download Claude Code in the other tools because this will make your limits so much better. Now the second thing is that if we are here in Claude, we want to keep our prompts relatively short. Now, if you're somebody that creates prompts that are this long, then of course you're gonna hit the limits because it actually depends on how long your prompts are and not even the response of Claude. So if you just keep your prompts shorter, if you, for example, ask a question, instead of like going into the nitty bitty details, just use a prompt like this. Here, for example, describe VO3 AI. Don't say describe VO3, what it does, what it doesn't do, how it can help you. Just say very detailed, and then it will actually give you probably like the same response, but you've used less of your credits, and with that you won't hit the limits as fast. But now the next thing is also very important. Now the next thing is actually switching between tabs. If you're using Claude, then don't just use one tab the whole time. This will drain your entire usage, and with that you will actually hit the limits. But if you actually just, for example, ask this question and then you ask a couple more questions or whatever, and then if you have a new topic, you don't keep going in the same chat. You will always make up a new chat. Trust me, this will definitely help with increasing this limit. So here we, for example, have the response, and you can see how detailed this is from just this little prompt. So definitely try this. And now I would do a new chat and I would ask something about ChatGPT, so you understand how that works. Now, then the next thing that is also very important is peak hours. Now, Claude is very hyped right now, and there is a bunch of peak hours where people just flood to Claude. For example, when the US wakes up, and during those peak hours, Claude prefers users who actually have a paid plan. So you might hit the limits very fast if there's a bunch of people using Claude, because they only have so much usage capacity. This makes sense, right? If you instead use it not during peak hours, but hours where nobody is using it, so for example when the US sleeps, then you can actually use way more prompts and use it more and not hit the limits, because then the servers are not overpowered at all. They're in a normal region and they can actually give all of this computing power to the free users. So these were the best ways you can get more out of the Claude AI subscription and actually not hit limits and use it for free, because there's no reason for you to use a subscription if you're not using it for hours on end. If you just follow these simple things, you will not hit the limit and you can actually continue using it on the free plan. So yeah, let me know in the comment section down below if this video was helpful, if you have any other suggestions, or if you have some other tips to share for other people on how you found out not to hit the limit. And make sure to like and subscribe for more value on this channel about AI and Claude. And with that said, I will see you in the next video. Bye.